Good afternoon everyone, this is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Steering Wheel by Wuschel. So this is a puzzle that was submitted, gone through testing, and yeah, this one has been a little bit interesting. I think I actually solved this one when it first came out. It looks familiar, but I might be thinking of a different puzzle. I'm not sure. So before I do get onto the puzzle, I do want to call out that at this point I'm still accepting nominations over on my Patreon page. You don't have to be a paid Patreon to submit of the best of 2023. Please get your nominations in so I can run the competition, which will be open to everyone who watches on YouTube, to find out what basically the most popular puzzle of 2023 on my channel was, because I want to surface those really good and popular puzzles so that people can revisit them, people who weren't here for all of 2023, so I can basically surface and say these are what the puzzles people liked was. Similarly, go back and have a look at what the results were for 2022. That's really good as well. But anyway, let's have a look at Steering Wheel by Wuschel. Quite like standard rules on this one, but let's see how this goes. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have arrows, so digits on an arrow must sum to the digit in that arrow's or in the attached circle. So these two will sum to that. These two, I can't click normally. These two digits, the sum of those two will go there. The sum of these three will go there. Same for all of the arrows. And then Kropki Pairs. So on a black dot, one digit is double the other. Digits on a white dot have a difference of 1. Not all dots are necessarily given. I'm trying to figure out whether I actually want to... I've come around on having to say that not all dots are necessarily given. We don't say not all arrows are necessarily given, or not all German whisper lines are necessarily given. So I'm kind of coming around on having to say that. The history is because there used to be a puzzle type called Kropki, where it was implied that anything which was Kropki, all of the dots were given by default. So that's where it came from, that we had to start saying that. But we've kind of changed the language over the last 3 years. And now it's kind of not implied. The languages do evolve. And as long as you state that it's Kropki Pairs, the definition of Kropki Pairs being not all dots are given, I'm kind of cool with it. Anyway, I'm going to restart this puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, the thing that is screaming out to me about this puzzle is those corners compared to that circle. And there is a relationship between those that I don't know that I need to use. But this is the Fistemafel ring, which is very well known. And I'm actually going to explain it because I think I'm going to find myself using it. And the thing that comes up is the digits in these 16 cells. It may not be needed, but I may want to use it, therefore I want you to understand it. The digits in these 16 cells in the corner are exactly the same digits as the digits in these 16 cells in the blue ring. So how do we know that? Okay, if you've seen this before, then just skip a couple of minutes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that column and say that column we know in the final grid, because of the rules of Sudoku, contains a set of the digits 1 to 9 without repetition, because that's the rules, normal Sudoku rules. Each column contains the digits 1 to 9. Each column contains the digits 1 to 9, so that's another set of the digits 1 to 9. Each box contains 1 to 9, so that's another set of the digits 1 to 9, and each box contains 1 to 9. So that is 4 basically repetitions of 1 to 9. Now, we know that each row contains 1 to 9, so I can highlight 4 rows of the Sudoku and state similarly that those 4 rows are going to be 4 sets of 1 to 9. And that's what I've done. I've highlighted 4 sets of 1 to 9 in blue and 4 sets of 1 to 9 in yellow. Now, with that, I've got 4 1s, 4 2s, 4 3s, 4 4s, all the way through to 4 9s. Now, if I grab any digit that exists in both of those sets and throw it away, get rid of it, say it's at 4, then I'm going to have 4 1s, 4 2s, 4 3s, 3 4s, and then 4 of all of the others. But I've removed the same digit from both sets, so the digits are still equal. So if I remove every digit that is in both sets equally, doesn't matter what the digit is, if I remove it, the sets are still equal, and those yellow and blue are still completely equal. Is that going to help me? I don't know. Now, I'm tempted to start on this dot because this could be 1, 2. Because these don't break well, basically looking at these arrows, actually these two are going to be more powerful. I'm not going to start here. I'm going to start here. Any 3 digits that are on an arrow, the minimum they could be is 1, 2, and 3. And if they're 1, 2, and 3, the minimum they could be is 6, but the maximum you can put into a circle is 9. So these are all 6, 7, 8, and 9. But there's a rule about black dots. I probably should have started here rather than the Fistemafell ring, but I put in the thing that was calling out to me. Any black dot must contain a low digit and an even digit, because 1 doubles to 2, 2 doubles to 4, 3 doubles to 6, 4 doubles to 8. Once you hit 5 doubling to 10, you've broken the rules of Sudoku because you don't use digits 10. You'll notice there are no high odd digits in there because one digit must be low, the other must be even. So, because doubling gets you to an even number. So high odd digits, 5, 7, and 9, can never go on these dots. So these can't be 7 or 9. These are 6 or 8. Which means if this is 6, this is 3. If this is 8, this is 4. Now, if this is 6 with 3, these are 1, 2. If this is 8 with 4, these are 1, 3. Because I'm missing 3 if this is 6, 3, which has to be 1, 2. And if it's 8 with 4, I'm missing 4, and it needs to be 1, 3. The only way I can make it up. And it's the same here. This is 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3. There must be a 1, and each of these corners must contain a 3. So down here, I need to put 1 and 3, because if this is 4, this is 1, 3. If this is 3, this is 1, 2. Either way, in these corners, in those cells there, I must put 1 and 3. So where do I put 1 and 3 in this column? They must go in here. Now, I can't put 1 in a circle. If this is 3, this is 6, and I've broken this. Because if this is 3, this becomes 6, but I can't put 6 on an arrow that sums to 3. So this is actually a 1, 3 pair. Now, if this is a 1, this is a 2. If this is a 3, this is a 6. And if this is a 2, this would be 1, 1. And if this is a 3, if this is a 6, this would be 3, 3. So this is also a 1, 3. And these digits are the same. So that digit is that digit. There's no 1 on this. So what is the minimum I could put on this? The minimum, there's no 1 on this. So the minimum I could put on this is 2, 4. Which means this can't be 6, because if this to be 6, the arrow is 1, 2, 3. If this is 2, 4, this could be 2, 4, 1 to get to, hang on, okay. But the next one is 3, 6, which automatically gets me to 9, and 4, 8 gets me too high. This is 2, 4. There's no 2 over here. This is the 1, 3, which means this is the 4, this is the 8, which means this is the 6, this is the 3, this is the 1, 2. This is 2, 4. 2, 4 is with 1 or 3. So 2, 4, 1 gets me to 7. 2, 4, to get to 8, I'd need to do 2, 4, 2, and I can't do it. So this is not an 8. This is a 7 or a 9. Oh, it couldn't be an 8 anyway. Now, this isn't 6. Okay. Now, the interesting thing is I need to put 6, 7, 8, and 9 into the Fistemafell ring. Now, I can never put... I don't know about 9, actually, but I do need to put 8 into the Fistemafell ring. Maybe I'm not using this. But I do need to put... There's a count of digits I need to put in. Like, I need to put at least 2 2s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s in this ring. I got to put a 6 in this ring. I'm not sure this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, if this... The question is, can this be 2 3 4? Because if it's not, that's a 1. If this is 2 3 4, this is 2, this is 3 4. And this is 9. So this is either 1 or 2. Because if this isn't 2, 3, 4, there's a 1 on it and it must go there. And if it is 2, 3, 4, I can't put the 2 down here. So this is the 1 either way. This cannot be 1. This can't be 7 because 7 would be 1, 2, 4. And this would have to be 1 and 2. So this is 8 or 9. This is very strange. I feel like I should be able to do more with the Fistemafel ring. I really do. Okay, so what are the black dot options? This is actually important because I could go 1, 2, I could go 2, 4, I could go 3, 6, or I could go 4, 8. This is important. These have to be even because I can't put the higher digit on the arrow of the lower digit. So these are all 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are all 2, 4, 6, 8. That's really cool. But this is an odd high digit. I could put 7 on one of those arrows, maybe. 7, 1, 8 might work. No, I can't do that. Oh, if this is 8, this is 4, and this would... If this is 8, this is 4, and this would have to be 4. This can't be 8. And this can't be 4. If this is 6, 3, 3 works. But if this is 4, 2, that would have to be 2. That doesn't work. This can't be 4 and 2. So this is either 2, 1, 1 or 6, 3, 3. And I've got 1 and 3 fully taken up in these columns. Does that mean that these can't be 2 or 6? Because if this is 6, this would be 3, 3. This would be 2, 1, 1, but the 3, 3 here would mean this would be 1, 1, 1, 1, as well as this being 1, 1. Right. So this can't be... If this is 2, this would be 1, 1. This would be 3, 3, 6, but 2 here would make this 6, and these would be 3, 3, and I've got 3, 3 doubles. This can't be 2, so this can't be 1. And if this is 6, this is nuts. If this is 6, this is 3, 3. Which makes this 1, 1, 2, but that makes this 3, 3, 6, but I started off by making that a 6. This isn't 6, 3. So if this is 4, this is 2, 2, and if this is 8, it's 4, 4. And it's the same here, I'm sure. Because this can't be... I'm sure this can't be 6 or 2. Because if it's 6, this becomes 3, 3. This becomes 1, 1, 2. But if this is 6 and this is 2, this is... So if this is 6, 3, 3, this becomes 1, 1, 2. But the 6 here makes this 2, this is 1, 1, and all of those are 1s. This isn't 6, so this isn't 3. But if this is 2... This is 1, 1. These become 3, 3. But if this is 2, this becomes 6, and these become 3, 3, and all of those are 3. So this isn't 2 either. This isn't 1. So if this is 4, this is 2, and this is 2. And if this is 8, this is 4, and this is 4. And I've got 2 4s all over the place. But that's surely going to be... Right, but that's a 2, 4 pair. So that's the 8, that's the 4, that's the 4. So that's the 2, that's the 2, that's the 4. Now, I've got 3 2s in the blue circle because there has to be a 2 up here. I can use the blue circle equivalence now to say there has to be a 2 up here. That has to be a 2. Because there's going to be two 2s on the 4, and there's going to be a 2 in the 2 circle. Now, I can put a 2 down here, and I can put a 2 down here. I can't put a 2 down here, so I have to put a 2 up here, and the only place I can put it is there. So, I also have 3 4s. Now, I've got 1 4 here, 1 4 here. There must be a 4 up here. So this is 2 with 4. Now, if this was 8, it would be 2, 4, 2. That doesn't work. This is 9. This is 2, 3, 4. This 9 looks down, making this 7. So this is 1. Now, the equivalences, I need to put a 6, 7, 8, and 9 on this. So hang on, what am I missing? This is incredibly cool. So I've got 3 1s, which means I need to put a 1 somewhere, but I can't put a 1 in either of those. So there's a 1 in one of those two, but I can't put it there. That's a 1. Right, and the reason for that. Now, I've got a 1 down here, I've got a 1 in here, and I've got a 1 in here. So I need to put 3 1s into blue. Now, I've got a 1 on this arrow and a 1 on this arrow, so I need to put another 1 somewhere in blue. Now, I can't put it in either of those two cells because those both see a 1, 3 pair. So it has to go in one of those two, but that cell sees a 1 there. So this becomes a 1, which makes that a 3, which makes that a 3, which makes that a 6, which makes that a 1, which makes that a 1, which makes that a 2. Now I can start getting rid of my equivalences, I think. So I've got my 3 1s, I've got 3 2s in blue, and I've got 3 2s in yellow. 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 3. No, I've only got 2. I've got 1, 2, 3 3s, but I've only got 2 3s in blue, and I can't put another 3 there. So this becomes a 3. Now the 3s are done. I've got 3 4s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There are no 5s. So this is a 7, 9 pair. Because I need to put a 7 and a 9 into blue, this becomes a 7, 9 pair, and now my equivalences are completely done. This 2 looks down, making this 4, which makes this 2. The 4 looks up, making this 3, which makes this 4. How do I resolve the rest of this? I'm going to get rid of the colouring now. I'm pretty certain it's done its job. Now there has to be... Well, that can't be even. So every white dot has consecutive digits on it, which means they differ by 1. So one of the digits will be odd and one will be even. So these have to have an odd and an even, but that can't be even because it sees 2, 4, 6, and 8. So this is odd, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This is even, 2, 4, 6, or 8, and it's not 2 or 4. So it's 6 or 8, which means this isn't 1 or 3. Can I do more with that? I can see this 6 has to be in here. That 7 or 9 isn't in any of those, so it's in one of those two. So 7 is going to be across here, and 7 has to be in one of those two. That's true. And similarly, this 7, 9 isn't down here. So this is 6, 7, 9. Because that digit can't be in those. So this is actually 6, 7, 9. Because that digit can't go in any of those three, and it's not in any of those. So that digit, whichever one it is, isn't that one, and it is in here with the 6, and the 6 can't go in here. So this is 6, 7, 9. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 2 and 5. This 2 makes this the 5, which makes this the 2. I know what these two digits are now because of the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. Now this, if this is 9, this is 8. If this is 6, it can't be 7, so this would be 5. So this is 5 or 8. But I know what these two digits are now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 5 and 7. So I know what these two digits are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 go into those. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. With 5 in those two. So I know what these two are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, and 8. And this 4 makes this the 8 and this the 4. Now there must be an even digit on this dot, but I can't use 2, 4, or 6. So there's an 8 on this. So this is 7, 8, 9, but there's no 9. So this is a 7, 8 pair, which means this is the 5 and this is the 7. This digit right here is a 1 to complete the row. This triple is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. This is fascinating. 4, 8. Oh, this 3 have been looking down for ages, making that the 1 and that the 3. But I'm not sure how that's helping me, though. Or the 1 looks up making that the 2 and that the 1. This dot... Oh, my lord, this is cool. So, this dot needs an even digit. But I've only got 4 even digits in the column. 1, 2, 3. So this must take the 4th even digit, because that must be even, that's even, and that's even. And there's an even here. So all of the other digits in the column must be odd. So that can't be an 8, that's a 5, that's an 8, which looks up making that the 6, making that the 8, which means that the odd digit I've got on here, even digit I've got on here isn't 2, 4, or 8, it's a 6. So there's a 6 on here. So this is 5, 6, 7. There's no 6 here, so this is the 6 because of the 6 looking across. This is a 5 or a 7. The 5 looks up making that the 7. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 9. There's no 7 there, which actually doesn't resolve this, which is a bit weird. But this is a triple. 1, 3, 5. There's no 1 at the bottom. There's no 3 at the top. This is so cool. Is this resolved yet? Not that I'm seeing. This is assuming I haven't made a screaming mistake. Oh, this 8 does it. That's the 5, which means this is the 6, this is the 9. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 and 9. The 3 looks down, making this the 9 and this the 3. Now, that's not a 9 anymore. 9 isn't in any of those. No. 6 is along the bottom. No. There's a 2 or a 4 on that. Right, where's the... This sees all of the even digits. 2, 4, 6, and 8. So this is odd. So this is even, and it can't be 6 or 8. This is 2 or 4. So this is from 1, 3, 5. It has to be an odd digit that is consecutive with 2 or 4, and it can't be 1 or 3. So this is the 5, this is the 4. The 5 comes out of there, making that the 5. The 5 looks across, taking 5 out of there, but more importantly, the 5 looks across, making that 9, which makes that 8. The 8 looks up, making that 7, which makes that 8. The 9 takes the 9 out of there. This is a 5, 6 pair, making that 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 1, 5, and 6. There's a 1, 5 in this row, so that's the 6, meaning that's the 5, and that's the 1, meaning that's the 6. The 1 looks across, making that the 5, which makes that the 3 and that the 1. This is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 2 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 2. Don't make a typo now. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The 8 looks down, making that the 7 and that the 8. These columns are missing only 2 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 6 makes that the 7 and that the 6. This box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 5 makes that the 4 and that the 5. This row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8 and 9. I can use that 8 to make that the 9 and that the 8. The 9 looks down, taking 9 out of there. The 6 looks down, making that a 7. I could have done that a while ago, probably. 7, 9, and 6 go in. The 9 looks up, making that 7 and that 9, and now I'm down to a single box. That has to be the 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, I need a 7 right there, and that is the correct solution of the puzzle. 21 minutes 31. Now, I have no idea if I needed to use the Fistemafel ring trick, which I have to admit is a little bit advanced. It's possible you could have done it without it, but it was there screaming at me, and it's a tool in our Sudoku solving arsenal that we should use. Please let me know in the comments below if you were able to solve this puzzle without that trick and how long it took you if you didn't. Also, let me know that, were you using the pencil mark checker in your times? And did you, have to explain it? Because I'm assuming you didn't. And explaining the logic you're doing is a lot faster, is a lot slower than just doing it. Trust me, I do a fair bit of solving at the moment where I don't have to explain what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of the artisanal Sudoku stuff by James Sinclair, and my solve times on that are significantly lower than my video solve times because I'm just seeing something and doing it. It's a very different experience. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I know I did. Steering wheel was a lot of fun. Wuschel is an amazing solver. Setter, also an amazing solver. I'm pretty certain of that too. That was a lot of fun. Thank you to my testers for running through all of these puzzles that they've been doing for me. I am after some submissions. So if you come across puzzles that you think are really good, or if you've created puzzle that you think is really good and you would like to see it on the channel, please check my submission guidelines below. I have quite a bit in my queue, but a lot of the puzzles are from people that you've seen quite regularly on the channel, and I don't want to just feature the same people over and over. I will if I have to. The puzzles are great, and these are good setters, but I do want to, not just be the same few people over and over, even if it's a dozen amazing people. Also, a lot of the puzzles that I've had come into my queue, like a week after they come into my queue, I record in advance for medical reasons. A week after they come into my queue, they're featured on CTC, and while I had no problems doing puzzles that have been featured on CTC, you will probably see me solve those puzzles. I don't want to just be constantly doing puzzles that you've already seen. I don't think that's as good. You will probably see me do them over a period of time, but I don't want it to become just me copying what they do or me following them. So I've actually recorded some and then CTC has done a feature a couple of days later, and I've bumped it out of my queue because I haven't wanted it to be as prolific. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Again, leave comments below about what you think I should do in that regard. This was a great puzzle. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you did as well. And as always, good luck with your solving.